guys, my name's Lydia, and I just want to share with you my story and why I walked away from Democratic Party. So, once I got into college 6 years ago, only because I transferred, so that's why I had to stay in school longer. I was really new to political stuff because my parents never really taught me anything about politics or anything or talked to me. But even though my parents were conservative, very conservative, and I grew up in a Christian home, and then I went to a religious school for 2 years. However, it was a liberal school. Well, some of it was kind of liberal, kind of conservative, but I kind of was taught that the wall was bad and that Donald Trump was a racist, and I mean, I've been to 3 different schools, so I've definitely been to a liberal school and I've been to a more conservative school, so my views have always been challenged, and now which has been a really good thing for me because I know more of what I believe and why I believe it now. So I'm very thankful for my experiences that I've had. I used to be sold out for Bernie. I was gonna vote for him in 2016, and now I'm pro-Trump. I'm gonna vote for him in 2020. The reason I'm saying this now is because I'm just now, I've been doing so much research, and the dangers of socialism is so real, and if we elect socialist / communist like Bernie, then we're gonna lose our freedoms, and I just can't stay silent anymore on this issue. I just can't. The reason why I was for Bernie, obviously, is because I was brainwashed, and I remember I took a history class, and we were having a mock election, and me and half of the other students voted for Bernie, and that really concerns me. It's very concerning to me that kids my age and my generation love socialism in favor over capitalism, and I'm scared. I want to speak out, and I gotta start speaking out somewhere, so this is the way I'm gonna do it. And another thing was, I voted for him because we all thought free college was a good thing, and then it started doing research and quickly realized, no, that would not be a good thing for our country at all. And I started also thinking, what if I'm wrong on all these issues? I started questioning my beliefs. Why? What if I'm wrong? What if the wall is a good thing? What if we shouldn't ban guns? Because I used to be pro-choice, and now I'm pro-life. Because I was just what about women who get raped and incest and stuff? And but then with the abortion issue, I started realizing, abortion is not going to bring healing. I'm a Christian, so I just started, abortion actually creates bitterness if you don't deal with that sin. And if you have had an abortion, repent, because it just doesn't bring healing. It actually creates a hole in your heart, and and God doesn't want that. That's the reason why I'm pro-life. And and then I started watching Ben Shapiro, and he just started making sense to me. Just how articulate he is with his arguments. And I started becoming more conservative. I may not agree with all of his points, but I still like him. Like I still like his arguments and stuff like that, and I respect him for that. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, and I remember reading Nehemiah and how he had to rebuild the wall to protect his city, and I started thinking about the wall. And the wall is actually a good thing to protect us from these illegal immigrants. And yes, God cares about everyone, but it's not loving to ignore the needs of American citizens and give free health care to illegal immigrants. How is that? That's not loving. That is okay. And so yeah, and I keep thinking of this quote: with great freedom comes great responsibility. And if our responsibilities are taken away, like, that's what the government wants to do. The government wants us to depend, like, Democrats want us to depend on the government. And then the more we depend on the government, the more freedoms we lose. And that just can't not happen. And so that's why I'm speaking out today. And I used to be, yeah, I used to hate guns and wanted to ban them. And then I started realizing, like, you can't punish law-abiding citizens because they didn't do anything wrong. And criminals are going to find a way to break the law somehow. So that's banning guns is not the answer. And looking at, and I remember the event in Texas. There was a shooting in the church, and these security guards, they had guns, and at least I think they were security guards. Yeah, and they the shooting lasted 6 seconds or something. And think about it, if they didn't have guns, the shooting would have lasted longer, and a lot more people would have gotten killed. So yes, I believe in the right to bear arms. I believe that's very important. And our founding fathers, like, a lot of them were ministers when they came over here. And so, yeah, we're in a cultural war. We're in a spiritual war right now. And we need to pray, but we also need to speak. Speak out. Faith without works is dead, and works without faith is dead. So we need both.